Hello there, YouTubers. I'm Slurs the Great Turtle, and yes, I'm on the toilet again. Well, it's come to this. After what? A few months? I've had to do another Viacom rant. I've already done 2, and yet the corporation seems to anger me enough that I have to do a 3rd one. Whoa. These people are goddamn evil. I think in my previous rant I wasn't more stating my own opinions as just acting as a mouthpiece for Mr. Enter and his opinions. Yes, I have given my own opinion of Viacom. I do think they make stupid idiocy, and I do wish to hell and back, and to heaven, and from heaven directly to hell, and from hell directly to heaven, and from everywhere else and back to everywhere else and back, that they would at least put effort into what they make. The Ninja Turtles show and Harvey Beaks are now the only things holding up Nickelodeon's animation scene. Not that they make cartoons anymore. The only cartoons they make are either for Nick Jr. or their main animation block. The only good shows that they're still making in terms of animation are SpongeBob, which has some good episodes here and there. Plenty of good episodes here and there, actually. Fairly Odd Parents, despite how horrible it is now, and despite its overall mediocrity from season 7 onwards, still produces good episodes every once in a blue moon or so. But they make too many live action shows. They need more animation. I thought it was their job to make animated shows. The 90s were a wealth of animated shows made by Nickelodeon. And what's happened to them? All gone. Every last one, except Avatar, which wasn't even made in the 90s. It was made in 2005. And after running, that was cancelled. And then that got another series, that did Korra, which was also cancelled recently. It's stuff like this. Hell, they actually moved Korra to the internet rather than letting it air on television around the last season. It's practices like this. Getting rid of their good shows, keeping shows that used to be good on for as long as possible, and which make them the most money, so they go through seasonal rot and hence become horrible and everyone hates them despite getting huge viewings. Despite all these things, Viacom continues to make money. They mostly make money out of SpongeBob in terms of Nickelodeon, but that's not all they own. They also own Black Entertainment TV, which 2 episodes of the Boondocks criticised. Hell, the Boondocks has a running gag about how BET sucks as a TV channel. Now, I'm fine with that being there because I like it when Viacom is criticised. That's one of the reasons why I subscribe to people like Mr. Enter and Pie Guy Rules. Not only do they provide good criticism of animation in general, good critique and good analysis, but they also are a wealth of laughs in terms of how much they hate on Viacom. But there were 2 whole episodes which straight up said that BET is an evil corporation intent on the destruction of black culture through idiotic TV programming. 1, that's hilarious. 2, I don't really watch the Boondocks, I'm getting this from other sources. And 3, that is 1, hilarious, and 2, the episodes were removed from ever playing on television. They were never broadcast on television because Viacom ordered them to be pulled before they even aired because they criticised them. I hate Viacom. Yes, they'll probably take down this video for me criticizing them, but I hate them. I hate the practices. I hate the fact that they're so big that you can't stand up to them. They own Paramount, for Pete's sake. And I am Pete. No, I'm not saying Peter. My name's just Pete. Schloss is just an alias. They own Paramount, for Pete's sake. And I am Pete. And not only do they own Paramount, but they also own Nickelodeon, Comedy Central. Not only do they own Paramount, but they also own Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, MTV, BET, and so much more. Hell, as I'm saying this, they could probably have bought out some other TV group like the BBC or something. If they bought out the BBC, I'd be terrified. They'd have control of Britain, and I live in Britain. You see? These people are legitimately evil. On one occasion, they actively sued YouTube for copyright infringement. The case here, though, is that they put footage of one of their own TV shows online, then proceeded to fiddle about with it so that it looked pirated, and then proceeded to use that in the court case against YouTube. That is really dirty and underhanded. They also once fired a bunch of employees right before Christmas, had 2 episodes of the Boondocks removed from television for criticising them, had a bunch of YouTube videos removed for criticising them and their material. It's practices like these, and the fact they keep buying out different companies and studios to make themselves larger and more terrifying, that makes Viacom more and more evil. They become bigger and more powerful, and the bigger and more powerful they get, the more powerless we are as a group to stop them. This is Viacom. Wenn Horaces wie es am Wasserreich wie Heil, right in the Horace face, not to laugh, the Fiora is a big disgrace, und wie Heil, right in the Fiora's face. Well, you get the point. They're evil. Pure, unrefined, unexpurgated evil. You cannot avoid being angered by Viacom. They're everywhere. They're on your televisions. They're on the internet. They're probably in your magazines. Or at least their shows and movies are. They are Satan incarnate, they are hell incarnate, and I will not have anybody tell me otherwise. They are so maniacal, so devious, so intent on sucking the blood from your very body. As you walk, live, and breathe like an average human being, that it will almost make you sick, the fact that this company has such a huge influence, has such a wide influence. You can't criticize them. It's impossible. Or nearly impossible. The only reason my videos criticizing Viacom are still up is because I have such a small amount of subscribers. I owe to you people, the 20 or so the 20 or so intellectuals and the 20 or so very crowd of idiots and intellectuals who actively decided to become part of my channel, to become part of my following actively. That was a really good idea. If you follow my videos, I can become a better YouTuber through your support. By the way, how do you monetize these damn things? I've been going for several months, and yet I haven't received any money off YouTube yet. YouTube, are you actively lying to me about the monetizing? Are you? I have a gun. Okay, it's basically in my hand, but still, I have a gun pointed at you, you goddamn evil, hypocritical website. Why am I still even on here? Ah! Sorry. Anyway, now where was I? Yeah, it's just... I'm now going to quote from The Wind Singer, a book by, I think it was by William Nicholson, a really good fantasy novel. There is one line in the book which describes the multiple natures of the villain, the Mora. The quote goes as follows. "We are the Mora," said the Million Eyes to him. "We are Legion." This is what Viacom is. They are Legion from the Bible. They are a great force of evil compounded into a single corporation. While Legion is a demon, or an army of demons and souls compounded into a single human being, Viacom is a great amount of evil refined and pushed, or unrefined, unmessed about with, and thrown into a single corporation which continuously consumes more companies and more corporations to get bigger, stronger, and hungrier each and every day. This is probably the only corporation that I actively hate more than Disney, and that's saying something. I'm Schlersing being terrible. I'm saying.